The first loss that I had was a dog my dad had named Polo. My sister was in 2 grades ahead of me. She'd met this boy. She wanted to impress him, so she took the dog out once in her life to go impress him, and didn't know how to hold him and this and that and keep him from running and chasing other dogs. And she held him till the last second, then let him go across the street and he got run over by a car. We buried a hole in the back, and he was a good dog, but I was way younger. This last one that I had was like a kid of mine. I got him when he was like 4 months old, and I had him for 13 and a half years. I came home on Friday, July 25th, and he was getting up there. He was 13 and a half, and sometimes good days better than others, but always happy to see me and a waggy tail, and he was a talker. He'd I'm like, yeah, baby, I love you, miss you. I got big, here's a hamburger and some fries. And I gave him to that like 15 minutes later, like at midnight or something, he was starting to throw up. And then in the morning, my roommate gets up early and he goes, hey man, Chevy's not doing so well, man. You may want to come take a look at him. And I'm like, he was fine, 4 or 5 hours ago, except for he started throwing up after I gave him Jack in the Box or Carl's Jr., but they were good because I had one too. His stomach got bigger and harder, and it just happened in a matter of like an hour. You could tell he was labored and shortness of breath, like it was taking his lung capacity, and I didn't know what to do because it was like 5:30 in the morning, and I called a few friends and left messages and didn't know if there was an emergency clinic that they could, what are they going to operate or x-ray him or something like that, but no one's open it. And the next 30, 40 minutes, he just, you could tell he was literally labored, and he came over and sat down on my lap, growled at me a couple times, like, and labored breathing, and then just took 3 little short breaths and kind of faded out and twitched a couple times. And I kind of went into that fog bank, where it didn't really hit you yet, but at the same time it's coming. I just said, I got to give him proper burial. And I grabbed a shovel and went between my pomegranate and my lemon and my navel orange tree, and figured that would be a great place for him to rest his bones, because his spirit supposedly went to doggy heaven. My friend offered me to take over digging. I'm like, no, I got it. When I took that step in to the grave, it kind of hit me seeing him laying there with a shirt over his head so the flies wouldn't come, that he wasn't coming back, and just kept digging, and kind of like was like that, teary-eyed, but still working through the pain and the loss and the tears and the empty loneliness of not having my best friend again, but always having him.